So I've worked on projects for 29 years in the area, on projects for 29 years. But it's a realization that so little was known about our protected hibernating bats, where they went in spring, that really piqued my interest in bats. The AONB is a delivery partner in the Devon Bat Project, along with 17 other organisations. And as Mike said, I also chair the project partnership. Our greater horseshoes hibernate at Beer Quarry Caves SAC, which is located next to the coast between Sidmouth and Lyme Regis. The main maternity roost is just 2 kilometres from the caves, and it's one of 11 maternity roosts in Devon that are the focus of the project. East Devon AONB is fantastic countryside for graters, so as you'll see, with small fields, lots of hedgerow trees, bushy hedges and cattle and sheep grazing, so ideal for foraging and commuting. In 2009, we set out to find out where the colony was foraging and to map commuting routes. Fiona Mathews, who fortunately had just moved to East Devon, together with a keen group of volunteers, radio tracked our bats and discovered a new satellite roost. This was surrounded by great habitat. But, as you'll immediately spot, not an ideal building for graters. No stone walls, no slate roof or bitumastic roofing felts, just a tin roof with holes and lots of drafts. Talking to the owners, it was apparent that the bats moved in when a stone barn up the valley was converted to holiday accommodation. Since the bats moved in, an adjacent barn was converted to residential use and was adorned with security lights. So, numbers of bats have been steadily declining. So, you will realise, far from an ideal situation. So we set out to find a more suitable home surrounded by high quality habitat. In an immediately adjacent valley, we found cattle and sheep grazing on improved grassland, mature trees in the hedgerows, away from artificial light and any disturbance from human activity. And, most importantly, a very agreeable and supportive landowner. I'm sure you'll appreciate it's not every landowner who welcomes a bat roost on their land. So, in 2019, we set out to build a purpose-built roost. With Ruth Tester, the then project manager, we sought advice from many quarters as we were anxious to get the design right. Not having the resources to build out of stone, we used block work. In its chosen location, the sun is on it from dawn to dusk. So, with its slate roof and bitumastic roofing felt, it's very warm and cosy, and absolutely no drafts. Last November, the attic temperature got to over 20 degrees centigrade, so absolutely ideal for bats. The sun-facing exterior walls have timber cladding with an air gap, and we've provided access between the tiles and the roofing felt to cater for as many species of bats as possible. Inside, we added a Colin Morris cool tower. The lower in the tower the bats go, the cooler it gets. If the attic reached 20 degrees C in November, I hate to think what it was when in July the outside temperatures reached 32 degrees. So it was a very good investment indeed. It was always a gamble, never knowing whether the bats would adopt our roost, but we have graters and lessers using it, and pips were squeezing behind the cladding before we'd finished building it. And droppings show the cool tower is being used as well. So what next? We'll be progressively closing up the bat access window. It was left large to encourage the bats to discover. We'll continue to support our roost owner and monitor its use. We've approached by other owners of barns who would like to make them more bat friendly. and we will see if we can enhance roosting opportunities in other suitable foraging areas. The trick will be finding funding to continue this work. Thank you for your time, and I will pass you back to Mike.